Hello everybody, welcome back to another lockpicking video, and yeah, today will be a special video because we're having a look on this amazing set from Multipick. So let's go! Yeah, I am really grateful that Multipick sent me this nice set for a review and to publish the video on their Black Friday sales action. So this starts today, so if you want to grab something for cheap from a quality company, go check out their website now because they have a Black Friday sale ongoing. They do this every year basically, just on the weekend though, so don't miss it. And this set will be included, I learned. What is this set? Well, this is the ultimate Locksport community pick set. 30 pieces. Okay, I added the ultimate, but you get the idea. I really love this set. And what is it? It comes in a standard, well, standard, it's high quality, but it's a leather pouch, very nice leather, and then the nice velvet touch on the inside. With the pouches, you can add still some stuff here, but you won't need to. It's the ultimate set, I would say. It has everything, but don't rush into it slowly. I have to brace myself. I really like the set, and it has everything you want to have in a Locksport community. And this is not by coincidence, no. This set was curated with the help of a lot of people on the LPU community, and one person stands out in this is Al Palmer. He's a black belt lockpicker in the LPU belt ranking system, and together with a lot of people from LPU, he put together these hooks and this set, and Multipick listened, worked together with them, and put all this together for the people doing Locksport, and yeah, just loving it that they embrace their hobby so much and that they move away from the classic customers like locksmiths and so on. And they even had to put a disclaimer in the set: watch out, no rates included for fast opening of locks. This is a Locksport community set, and this is what's all about. So what have we got in here? You already see, I mentioned it, no rakes, which is really nice to see. And then you wonder, this looks quite a lot alike. What's going on here? And yeah, this is also no coincidence, because they included 4 of the most useful profiles in 3 thicknesses. So let's grab these 3, and then this one. You will notice they all have the same profile. And the nice thing about Multipicks is that you can see the profile etched onto the handle. These are all the number 5 profile, they name it. And then you have the PN for the 0.6 millimeters, the F for 0.5 millimeters, and the V for 0.4 millimeters, which you will see in the large laser engraving here. So why would you need this very same profile in 3 thicknesses, where they did this already in another set, and it is very useful. I use this all the time in locks. If you get caught in a challenging keyway, you just slim down your pick. So for example, if I would grab this challenging keyway here, maybe a wing house, not too challenging actually, but I noticed that 0.6 millimeters are just rubbing against the warding. I can slim down a bit to 0.5. If this still would be rubbing, I can still go to 0.4 millimeters. You get the idea. It is very useful to have the same profiles in different thicknesses. So this is the number 5 hook in all thicknesses. Then we have the slim hook, the PN06, which is also very useful in tight keyways and if you don't have too challenging bitting. Then we have my favorite profile, the PN07. I always use this first if I have a lock I haven't picked yet. I try to, if I can maneuver in this lock and yeah, you won't believe how often this works. So I really like this profile. But also I really like this profile by now. This is the a very thin profile, and it's thin down here. It is the PN31, and this is also very useful, for example, in an E30 or so from Abus. So these come in all different thicknesses, so you get 12 hooks just right off the bat, and basically you don't need any other hooks. Maybe at some point you will get a half diameter, so you can still add it here. But yeah, you can open all the locks with just these 4 profiles and in different thicknesses. It's really great. And if, of course, you're not tackling a normal pin tumbler lock, but a dimple lock, then you need something else. So dimple lock is this, and here it is quite challenging to get into with a hook, and therefore they designed these flags, we call them, and these have the very nice handles for the community edition. I think they were designed together with Locknoob, and these are just great. And you wonder why we have 4 in here. Well, they have basically 2 for left and right. These are G Pro 4 and 5. Because sometimes you will want to attack your pins from the right side, but sometimes you also want to attack your pins from the left side, which is nice. And yeah, these 2 profiles get you into a lot of locks. But then sometimes the keyway can also get quite tight in these dimple locks. And then we like to have a very short profile here. This is the number 10. If we compare it with the number 5, for example, you see how much smaller it is. So it's very useful operating in tight keyways, or even maybe you work on side pins or so. And the same goes for this one. This is number 11 profile, just basically the mirror of number 10. So 2 very useful profiles, 4 dimple profiles, and basically these are the dimple profiles you're using in Locksport if you want to open a dimple lock, or if you want to operate a sidebar or so and have to push on the sliders. Then we have a lot of tensioners, 13 tensioners in total, and they are very nice. These are, I think, from the Champion set, and they are, I think, 0.9, 1 and 1.2 millimeters, so very close together in the thickness, but you really feel the difference. So really useful. Also, these are grouped in the classical thickness, 0.8 millimeters, 1 millimeter, 1.3 millimeters, and I forgot. These are all pin side tensioners. So basically you tension on the pin side, like here. And you need a different thickness. You just have it available, which is really nice to have. Because you cannot have enough tensioners, but with this set, I would say, yeah, I think that's enough. And we have these double-sided ones with a long end, which is useful if you have a padlock with a hidden, where the core is quite deep in the housing. Also in the classic thicknesses, 0.8, 1 and 1.3, and you can just turn them around to have them sit more flush to the core if the core is not so hidden too deep. But sometimes the lock is well hidden in the door or in the padlock. Then you're happy to have this long reach. Yeah. What else do we have? Still some double-sided tensioners, which are very thin, only 0.6 and 0.7 millimeters, but they can be really useful in some locks where you get an open otherwise. And sometimes it's also nice that you can combine them and just tape them together or just use them like this. So I do this quite often, just if you want to have a perfect key control over the lock. The tensioner must fit perfectly and therefore you cannot have enough, but at some point you have. And one more thing in here is I guess a non-pin side tensioner, which goes here basically, and it's always nice to have this one as well. And one last item in here is an Allen key. Then you can tighten or loosen the flags here. Yeah, so this is all included in the set, and individually the prices would be much higher than what they quote for the set in total. I will give you the number, what it costs currently at the end of the video and give you a summary. But let's pick some locks first. So I will break here and put some locks on the vise and pick through them. Wait a second. See you back in a second. So first of all, let's try this classic master lock number 3. Not too challenging, and the set really is for all skill levels. You can start out with master lock number 3, put in your 1.3mm tensioner and just go at it. Now I'm using the 0.6mm pick, the flat one, the number 6, so PN06, and I'm just pushing on all the stiff ones. And let's see if it plays along. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't open in the first round, so I still need to pick 3. But now, let's go to the next lock. So for the next lock we stay in America, classic American lock 1100. Splitting is not too amazing, but that's okay. But we stay with pins facing down, and again, it's like a massive keyway. 1.3mm works fine, but it's a bit more obstructed, the keyway, and I'm using a 0.5mm pick, which works quite nice actually in the American locks. And this is a bit steeper profile, the F07. And it just got some clicks in pin 3, I think. It's pin 4 now. With American locks, don't forget to pulse the tension sometimes, because you might have it open already. Happened to me a couple of times when I learned to pick these. You have all the pins set, but the core tension is just so strong. Like this now, I would think this is maybe a false set, but no. By now I know it's an open. So next lock, we pick a different lock from Germany. It's called the Iron Rock from Abus. It's built for their 100 years celebration of the company. And it has a quite paracentric keyway. 1.3mm tensioner won't fit, so I'm using this 1mm one. And I will be using the number 7 profile again in 0.5mm. Yeah, let's start. So pin 1, good click. Pin 2, click after some counter rotation. Same for 3, same for 4. And touched 3 again. Now 5. Okay. And now we have to go back and pick the ones that have sprung up while setting pins 5. And yeah, this is really the beauty of the hobby. You just take your time, pick pin by pin until you get the open. But if you enjoy it, picking pin by pin, really, this set is for you. So two more door locks, and let's go. So now I want to pick a door lock, and this is a quite nasty one. The keyway is very tight. Only 1mm fits in here, and it's very obstructed, much narrower than the Abus one. And it's this company BKS P88, and you wouldn't think it is too hard, but it actually is. But I really love these locks. Yeah, 1mm tensioner goes in, SP32, and then we use a steep hook, very thin, 0.5mm, and typically the back binds first because there's a standard pin in chamber 5. Need to find it first though. There we go. Pin 4. Now we have a tiny false set, and then I try to set the spools first with a bit of power, and then I can use a 0.6mm profile quite nicely. Not from the top, but from the middle of the keyway, and just from this angle here. So 1 and 2 are set. Let's check the back again. So I guess only the T-pins are here in 4, and now in 3, and the lock should open. Yes. So really nice. If you have the comfort of these hooks, then these can be easy. So one more dimple. Let's go over. Next up we pick a dimple lock. Basically you still need to push on the pins, but you also need to tension it, and I'm using this 1.3mm tensioner just here, and it gives you a very good core control. And then I can use this straight fleck here, the number 5, to push on the pins from the corner of the keyway so it doesn't slip anywhere, which is also really nice. So we tension counterclockwise, so because I'm picking clockwise, starting from the back, pin 5, pin 4. Let's try to set pin 6. I doesn't want to yet. Let's try the front, pin 2, pin 1, pin 2 again. Let's check pin 6. Pin 6 is really short, so I really need to push it all the way down. I think I got it now. Now pin 2, pin 3 should be left, and we open. Yeah, okay. So a bit more complicated, but it's 6 pins, so a bit about to expect it, and nice security pins in here. So yeah, let's summarize and see you back in a second. So yeah, I hope you liked the demonstration, and I hope it made clear how much I love the set to open locks. And you will, if you scroll through my videos, you will notice that I'm using these profiles, these dimple lock picks 99% of the time. And I really appreciate this set. It has all the tensioners you need, it has the dimple picks, it has the hooks, and no unnecessary tools. You will use all of them at some point, and they're really, really useful. So yeah, what else is there to say about the set? Yeah, price-wise, it comes at a steep price. It is around, what is it, at the time of recording, it is after taxes 244 euros, or 215 pounds, or before taxes, what is it, $236. So quite a lot, but you get a lot of tools, high quality tools. If you would buy them individually, you would end up much more pricey, and you get another nice leather pouch on top. So it is a very nice set. It is a cry once, buy once situation. You will not need much tools after this. This will make you progress through Locksport all the way. You can go to black belt easily with this set, I would say. It has everything you need. And it is not like, we need this other bypass tool, this other tool, and so on. Buy. No, you buy this once and you're happy. Of course, it is a hard pill to swallow if you have to spend all this money at once. If you're just starting out, and sometimes it's maybe better to start with a smaller set, see if you like the sport, if you like the hobby, if you like to spend time at your desk and open carefully locks and concentrate and just get lost in Locksport, I would say. If you like this, then this set is for you, and this will make you happy all the way to black belt. And great job to Palmer and the LPU community to put this together. Thank you very much, and thanks again for Multipick that you sent this to me for the purpose of this review. I can keep this, so full disclaimer, I'm not getting paid, I don't get any money for the set or so. If you decide to buy it. If not. But I can highly recommend it. But they also have other sets on their website. They are a great manufacturer. They listen to the Locksport community, so really go check out Multipick and check out their Black Friday sale starting today. So if you have questions, hit me up in the comments and give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. And I hope to see you all in the next video again. Bye.